All right, welcome back to the Onebar Lupagus show. I'm
Wow.
Onebar. We got Lupagus. We're gonna peruse, as they say, the Vikings' latest depth chart. Give our thoughts on maybe a position that still needs to be addressed. A position we're feeling really good about. Before we do that, hit that sub. Let's get to 15,000 subs. Let's go. We're close. Let's go.
Yeah, Vikings have been very busy in free agency, so it's time just to kind of sit back and take a step back and look at this depth chart and think, okay, this is where the holes are. This is where we're good as we start, shifting gears from free agency to NFL draft.
Right before this episode, Lupagus and I addressed where our holes were, and we nailed it. We nailed it. So hopefully we nail this. That came out horribly. Let's talk about
really bad.
Let's start with the top. Wide receiver. You know what? Maybe one of the only positions that has not been addressed.
Yeah.
Basically, either because I don't think we've lost a receiver or gained one. It's just a vanilla missionary.
Rondell Moore came in on Friday for a visit. No word.
He's still there.
Maybe they locked him in a door. Maybe he's stuck in a freezer. I don't know what's going on, but nothing on Rondell Moore. But yeah, I mean, you can definitely improve this wide receiver core. Jalen Naylor has 3. I'd like to see him maybe as 4 or 5. And Thayer Thomas, Deshaun Jones, Lucky Jackson, they're all just kind of, you hope one of them emerges in the preseason.
All right. Yeah, no, they're going to address it. Rondell Moore, whatever happened there, we'll see. But the fact they brought him in, I mean, there's still a ton of free agent wide receivers out there. Draft is still a possibility. Clearly, they want to address this. They will. They just haven't yet. And I think we both agree that it needs to be addressed.
100%. 100% it does.
100%. Let's go to the offensive line, something they addressed multiple times. Look at this. Look at these starters. Darrisaw, Brandel, Kelly, Fries, O'Neal. They add Justin School to the mix as well.
School.
And Bradbury's still on team, but we don't expect him there much longer.
No. And I was just taking a look here. I mean, they got School penciled as a right tackle depth. He has played left tackle too.
So he's a swing. He's a swing. Yeah. He is the new David Quisenberry. When Q-Bear was on this depth chart, he was slated as a right tackle as well. If he makes a team, and I think we kind of assume he will, he'll play left or right if somebody goes down.
Yeah, and then also you look at Walter Rouse there, like he could be left guard too. So, I mean, I think him and Blake Brandel, if the Vikings don't make a move there, that's a competition in camp to definitely watch to see who emerges as a starter there. So, yeah, I mean, you got to like this line with Ryan Kelly, Will Fries, Brian O'Neal, Christian Darrisaw. I mean, those are some fucking horses right there.
And when Bradbury gets cut or traded, Juergens will go boop, and he will be that backup center / backup, another guy who can play multiple spots. So,
how'd that go?
Boop, and he'll be the backup center and another guy who can play multiple spots. So
I just want to hear the boop. I didn't hear the other part again.
I think they'll draft another free agent. They're going to add somebody into the mix. I think the dream of just in free agency, at least revamping the interior is probably dead.
I mean, there's still money there. They could do it. I just don't know why they haven't. If they're going to do it, you think they would have done it by now.
All right, a position that definitely needs to be addressed because we only have 2, just like testicles, are tight ends. We got Hawkinson, Josh Oliver, 2 very good tight ends, both very good at their trade. But we don't have that young up-and-comer. Nick Muse is a Super Bowl champion with the Eagles. Johnny Munt is a Jacksonville Jaguar. So, I mean, to me, this screams undrafted free agent. I don't know. What's it scream at you?
I don't know. I'm not really know your last draft pick either. I mean, it depends who's there on the board. You do mock draft simulators. Luke Lachey, the Iowa tight end, who's just, Iowa's been a factory for tight ends. Sometimes is there in the 5th round. I think I now actually have a 6th round because of the Jordan Mason trade.
Not Eric Flowers.
Yeah. So there's definitely options. So I'm not ruling out the draft here. And also you could just, this could be like a late free agent signing too.
Yes, but definitely needs to be addressed. Just like the next one, quarterback, the talker, blah, blah, blah. What are they going to do? Who's going to be the backup quarterback? It ain't going to be Brett Rippon. Brett Rippon's going to be ripping ass on the bench. So we need a guy that is going to come in, and it sounds like the new names are Ryan Tannehill. Who else?
Joe
Flacco, Carson Wentz. My money would be betting on one of those 3 guys.
Yeah, and now they're saying 50-50 Aaron Rodgers, but I think that's just a horrible situation. I don't think it's anything the Vikings want to go for. And again, if they're going to go Aaron Rodgers, why haven't they done it yet? Like, they could have signed him on
They're not going to.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. So hopefully it's one of those guys, more of the mentor type. a guy who's no challenge to McCarthy's job, a guy who's not going to come in and take some of the first team reps. It's not what we want. We want JJ McCarthy taking every single first team rep from April until September.
Oh, hell yeah. Yes. Running back stacked.
Yeah,
Jordan Mason, brand new fancy running back. You know, it's easy to say, why would we do this? The draft class is so loaded at running back. Why, you know, this year really, but look at what we got. Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason was damn near free. And he's a baller. He's an absolute baller. I love this 1-2 punch.
Well, and I think that's what they're looking for, a certain type of back, a guy who's physical like Mason, who's also got great speed. Maybe Marion Hampton was the guy they would have looked at the draft. Maybe they didn't want to go round one running back or didn't think he was going to be there. You basically swing Ed Ingram for Jordan Mason and you swap some picks. It's the same type of runner, a guy we have this violent style we've not had here in Minnesota Vikings for a long time. So I'm very excited. The more I think about it, the more just hyped I get about this move. Aaron Jones, Jordan Mason. Oh my God, that's hot.
I mean, when the Vikings played the Niners last year, that was a huge concern because he was coming off a couple of big games. Vikings actually, God, he did get over 100 yards.
He got over 100.
Yeah, but
it wasn't like
when he was the lead back and the Niners said, "You are our guy," the dude tore everybody. Good. He played a new asshole, and he's average over.
Where was it?
Everywhere. So this is a trade to get pretty damn excited about. Fullback. CJ Ham, we love you. Nothing to get excited about there.
Well, before you move off, let's just talk. I mean, I think the question with running back room is Ty Chandler going to be on this team in 2025 when the season starts?
No.
There will be somebody else, undrafted rookie.
Yes.
I think he will be battling for his job. So I don't think Ty Chandler's safe at all.
Honestly, whoever Xavier Scott is, I think he has the upper hand on Ty Chandler at this point.
I wouldn't go that far, but I think so.
Ty Chandler will not be a Viking in 2025
I think they might just keep him, but
no way.
I think he'll have to earn a spot.
I think it's a 0% chance.
I think he's cost him a shit ton of money.
They've seen it, man, and he's not going to return anymore.
He's running back 3.
Yeah, I've been wrong many times in my life, and I'm probably wrong here, but I just don't see it. Let's go to the defense side of the ball. Look at all these orange, beautiful pieces. Let's start on defensive line. Something that definitely needed to be addressed. We got Jonathan Allen, Javon Hargrave, and Harrison Phillips in the middle with Jalen Redmond backing them up.
That's so good. It's so damn good.
We're going to win the Super Bowl.
I mean, it's good for next year. It's good. Maybe the year after that. After that, there's nothing. I mean, these guys are old. But yeah, for 2025, it's so damn sexy. And I think the question marks all start after Jalen Redmond, like Taki Taimani, Levi Drake Rodriguez. They did show a little bit last year, but I think both those guys could easily end up on the practice squad this year. I don't think either one's a lock to make the team. I don't know who Jonathan Harris is. Travis Bell, I don't know who he is either. So I do think
a lot of San Francisco 49er former
players. I see that. Yeah, so I definitely still think pick 24, if we stick there and pick, could be a D lineman to even make this thing better than it is now. But yeah, those 4 for sure. I love that rotation.
I won't be surprised if we took 2 defensive linemen like early. I mean, like you said, these guys we brought in, I'm excited about them, but they have their own risks and they are very old as well. And the depth chart really is very unproven. So we'll see. D line, I'm damn excited. More so the sack numbers. I mean, we had like 4 sacks out of our starters last year on defensive line. Hargrave, Allen.
There'll be so many sacks. Like you're back in the 12th grade locker room taking a shower after a basketball game.
Good game. Edge and linebacker, not overly addressed, but Eric Wilson was brought in. We lost Patrick Jones. Not a huge deal. Hopefully Dallas Turner's reps go way up. But I think edge we're fine. But like in the interior, I still think we need to bring some bodies in.
I agree. Edge is definitely fine. You got Bo Richter, Gabe Murphy, a couple young guys you can, have in there come and compete. I don't know who Max Tooley is. First time I've ever seen his name. I don't remember.
Guess what? He's a former Niner.
I know.
Shocker.
I know he is. So Wilson, Pace, I mean, basically the same player is what you're looking at there. And Cashman and Asma. Is Asma going to make the team? I don't know. I'd love to see someone come in and challenge for that spot. Someone who maybe excels in pass coverage from the inside.
If I had to guess, I'd say Brian Asamoah has a better chance of being running back 3 than Ty Chandler.
Wow. Bold statement. Statement.
Some would say stupid statement, but inside linebacker draft maybe, Bring somebody in. Bring somebody in, man. We need somebody that can actually cover somebody.
Yeah, definitely do. I mean, Ivan Pace Jr. probably better suited for a gadget role, but right now he is your starter.
Well, when you look at this depth chart, you know what? I'm going to say that for the end. Let's go to cornerbacks. Cornerbacks, Isaiah Rodgers slated as a starter, as he should, I think, because you've got Byron Murphy and Mekhi Blackman as well. But when you get into that depth, Tavier Thomas, I'm surprised Najee Thompson's even on this with his injury. Nudie McLaughlin, cornerback screams like help.
Well, yeah, and I feel like we have like three of the same type of corners: Mekhi Blackman, Isaiah Rodgers, Tavier Thomas, all kind of that nickel corner inside guy. Where's the outside dudes? Like, who is going to play on the outside besides Byron Murphy? So that's where I'm a little concerned. I feel like we have a lot of the same type of dudes. I want to see, if we do go early at a corner, I want one of those big boys.
Well, Murphy plays inside too. It's like all three of them do. It's like what we have nothing. We don't know what we're gonna do. Is we do Benjamin Morrison? We're gonna get Revel. I mean, there's a lot of options here, but this, like, pick 24, cornerback.
Daria Thomas. Maybe that's who it's gonna be.
I don't know. I don't think so. He's a slot. He's inside.
Thomas is an outside corner.
Tavier Thomas?
No, Zaire Thomas.
God,
the draft guy.
You cut out, and all I heard was Thomas.
Oh, no, not Tavier.
Yeah, no, we got some work to do at corner. I love what we've done so far, but there's still a lot of work to do. Safety-wise, Harrison Smith, Josh Metellus, Jay Ward, Theo Jackson, and then, of course, our star Bubba Bolden. I don't know. I'm with Theo Jackson, Harrison Smith, and Josh Metellus. We're probably okay.
Yeah, but again, Metellus not really a true safety. He's up there doing different kinds of things in Brian Flores' scheme. Harrison Smith, 14th year, got to have someone there taking over the reins there. So I wouldn't be surprised with safeties added in the draft or maybe in free agency too.
Yeah, maybe pick 24. There's a couple of safeties there that could slip, and we take them. Special teams, Ryan Wright, Will Reichard. We're all good at special teams. Let's look at – I just want to go
– Well, we are, but I do think there'll be competition for Ryan Wright. Whether it's an undrafted guy, he will face some kind of competition in camp this year.
Ryan Wright has people coming in every week trying out, competing for him, and I expect that as well. But over this whole depth chart, which is the one that gives you the best warm and fuzzies, and which one scares you the most?
Best warm and fuzzies – I love the D-line. I feel really good about the D-line. Assuming all those guys are healthy next year, I really love the D-line. That gets me very excited.
Yes, D-line for sure. I'm going to do a 1B, and I'm just going to say running back. I got to go back to Jordan Mason just being there with Aaron Jones. That's beautiful. Which one scares the living hell out of you?
I had said left guard in the past, but when we started talking through this cornerback room, I'd like to see another corner added, like whether it's an experienced dude or a high-end rookie. Like I'm kind of a little nervous about the corner room right now.
Cornerback, definitely. Like I said, Isaiah Rodgers could be a very sneaky one that just turns out to be beautiful, but it's corner, and it is that inside linebacker for me.
But yeah, overall, like, I love the way this depth chart's looking right now.
Nope. Kwesi has absolutely dominated this offseason. And you know what? The offseason is just a little puppy dog. By the end of it, it's going to be a real, what's a good word?
A beautiful beast? I don't know.
Beautiful beast of a dog. There you go. But that is the depth chart as of now. After all these beautiful moves, let us know in the comments which moves have gotten you most excited. Which position scares you?
Remember this. Humans are unable to taste pure water, but it does have a taste.